Hi everyone, this is Artemis, and today we begin with chapter 4 of History Maharashtra before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. In the beginning of the 17th century CE, Adil Shah of Bijapur and Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar were in possession of most territories in Maharashtra. The Mughals had entered Khandesh with an objective to expand their power in the south. The Portuguese and the Siddhis controlled the coastal belt of the Konkan. The Portuguese had established their rule in Goa and Vasai. The British, the French, and the Dutch were engaged in competition and conflict due to trade rivalry. Rivalry is a situation in which people, businesses compete with each other for the same thing. The constant conflicts between these European powers resulted in political instability and insecurity for the people. Instability is uncertainty caused by the possibility of a sudden change in the present situation. Insecurity is a feeling of not being fixed or safe. These different people from Europe were called Topkar on the basis of their customary headgear. Customary is commonly practiced, used, or observed. Let us get acquainted in brief with village, kasbah, and pargana respectively. Village, Moja. Most of the people lived in villages. A village was also called Moja. The chief of the village was the Patil. He used to try to bring maximum land under cultivation. When there was any dispute in the village, the Patil resolved it and made peace. A Kulkarni helped the Patil in his work. The Kulkarni kept the record of the revenue that was collected. Revenue is the total amount of income generated by the sale of goods or services related. There were various artisans in the village. An artisan is a worker in a skilled trade, especially one that involves making things by hand. An artisan is a skilled worker or craftsman. For example, a baker. A baker of specialty breads is an example of an artisan. They had hereditary rights regarding their occupation. Hereditary is received or passing by inheritance. The peasants gave a share of their agricultural produce to the artisans for the services they rendered to the village community. This share was known as baluta. A peasant is a person who owns or rents a small piece of land and grows crops or keeps animals on it, especially one who has a low income, very little education, and low social position. A kasbah was like a big village. It was usually the headquarters of a pargana. Example, Indapur Kasbah of Indapur Pargana, Vai Kasbah of Vai Pargana were the headquarters of those parganas. Agriculture was the main occupation. There were skilled artisans like carpenters, blacksmiths, etc. in a kasbah. There was usually a market, pet, adjacent to a kasbah. The Shethe and Mahajan were the Watandars of the Pet. Watandar means landholder. The setting up of a Pet was the job of the Shethes and the Mahajans. The Mahajan maintained the accounts of the Pet. Many villages together made a Pargana, but the number of villages was not the same in all Parganas. For example, the Pune Pargana was a big Pargana. It consisted of 290 villages. There were 64 villages in the Chakan Pargana. The Shirwal Pargana was small. It had only 40 villages. The Deshmukh and the Deshpande were the Watandar officers of the Pargana. The Deshmukh was the chief of Patils in the Pargana. These Watandar officers were the link between the people and the government. Agriculture was dependent on rainwater. If it did not rain, crops would fail. The prices of food grains rose. It became difficult for the people to get food grains and other things. There was no fodder for the cattle. Water became scarce. It became difficult for people to live in the village. They were forced to leave the village. A famine was a great calamity for the people. Drought is a situation in which there is little or no rain for a long period. Drought resulted in famine. Famine means extreme scarcity of food or starvation. Scarce is insufficient for the demand. Fodder means food, especially dried hay or straw for cattle. Calamity means an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, or a disaster. A great famine occurred in Maharashtra in 1630 CE. People were greatly distressed due to this famine. It has been described in these words. People were ready to sell themselves for a piece of bhakri, but there was nobody to buy them. There was a severe scarcity of food grains. Entire families were destroyed. Cattle and farm animals died. Agriculture was devastated. The famine put an end to industries. All financial transactions came to a standstill. People had to wander to faraway regions in search of a livelihood. It was a great challenge to bring back to normalcy the devastated life of the people. Devastated means destroy or ruin. Standstill means a situation or condition in which there is no movement or activity at all. Livelihood is means of making a living, means of securing necessities of life. Normalcy is a condition of being normal, the state of being usual, typical or expected. Now we will see the work of the Warkari movement. Warkari movement is a religious movement associated with the Indian state of Maharashtra. In the Marathi language, Wari means moving or going on pilgrimage, and a pilgrim is called a Warkari. Warkaris worship Lord Vitthal, the presiding deity of Pandharpur, regarded as the incarnation of Lord Krishna. Society was greatly influenced by blind beliefs and rituals. People had become fatalistic and inert. Belief is an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. Rituals is an action, ceremony or process which is always done the same way. Fatalistic is believer of destiny. Inert is very slow to move or act, sluggish. And influence is the power to have an effect on people or things. They had lost all initiative. The condition of the common people was miserable. Initiative is the power or opportunity to act or take charge before others do. Miserable is unhappy or uncomfortable or unpleasant. In such circumstances, the sons in Maharashtra endeavored to inspire the masses. Endeavored is try hard to do or achieve something or an attempt to achieve a goal. Masses means the ordinary or common people. Inspire is to make someone feel that they want to do something and can do it. In Maharashtra, the tradition of sons, which began with Sant Jnaneshwar and Sant Namdev, was carried on by sons coming from various strata of the society. Strata or strata is a level or class to which people are assigned according to their social status, education or income. We have studied this word in the last chapter, chapter 3, Religious Synthesis. Sant Chokhamela, Sant Goroba, Sant Sena, Sant Savata, Sant Narhari, Sant Sheikh Muhammad were the notable among the Warkari sons. Notable means worthy of attention or notice, or famous or remarkable. The women sons also joined in the good work. Pandharpur was the center of the Warkari movement and Vitthal was their deity. The Warkaris, that is pilgrims, rejoiced in devotion, that is bhakti, on the banks of river Chandrabhaga at Pandharpur. The equality was propagated through bhajans, kirtans, and unity meals, kala. Propagated means spread and promote an idea or theory widely. Bhajan is a devotional song. Kirtan is a song of worship. Now we will see the work of the sants. Sant Namdev. Sant Namdev spread the message of Bhagavad Dharma and awakened the sense of equality across Maharashtra through his kirtans. Bhagavad means God and Dharma refers to the things a person must do as their religious and moral duty. So Bhagavad Dharma means religion whose worship is God. He composed Abhangas and went to Punjab. Abhanga is a form of devotional poetry sung in praise of the Hindu god Vitthal, also known as Vithoba. His devotional verses were included in the Guru Granth Sahib. He built memorial of Sant Chokha Mela at Pandharpur. Sant Jnaneshwar. Sant Jnaneshwar translated the Bhagavad Gita into Marathi as Bhavarth Deepika or Jnaneshwari. He composed the Amrutanubhav. He stated importance of path of devotion in his Abhangas. His composition Pasayadan laid down the norms of good behavior. Sant Eknath. Sant Eknath composed many Abhangas, Gavlan and Bharud, wherein he stated Bhagavad Dharma in detail and simple terms. He composed Bhavartha Ramayan. Gavlan is a devotional poetry or song sung in praise of Lord Krishna, and Bharud is a narrative song. Through his own conduct showed that there is no need to renounce worldly matters to attain Paramarth. Renounce means give up and Paramarth means universal truth. He was a teacher of the people in true sense. He maintained that Marathi is no way inferior to Sanskrit. Sant Tukaram composed pleasing and meaningful Abhangas. Tukaram Gatha is a valuable treasure of Marathi language. He asked people to find God by showing love to the unhappy and tormented. Tormented means experiencing severe physical or mental suffering. He freed many poor families from loans taken from him. He criticized hypocrisy and blind faith. Criticized is to express disagreement with or disapproval of something or someone. Hypocrisy means pretending to be what you are not or pretending to believe something that you do not. Blind faith is belief without true understanding, perception or discrimination. He tried to relate bhakti, devotion with niti, morality. Morality is a particular system of values and principles of conduct. Work of sons. Sons gave the message of equality to people. They taught humanity. They preached that people should live together in harmony, unity, and love. Their work resulted in social awakening. They taught how to live in the face of foreign invasions, drought-like situations, or any other natural calamities. Their teachings proved to be a big support for people. Their work created self-confidence among the people of Maharashtra. During the times of deterioration of ethics and religion, sons protected society, taught true meanings of religion, path of devotion by sharing their joys and sorrows. Deterioration is the process of becoming progressively worse. Ethics is moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. They simplified religious teachings and maintained that all are children of God and equal, irrespective of their varna and caste. They performed duties of their day-to-day life and preached devotion and thereby nurtured morality in the society. Varna is the classification of people according to Hindu scriptures into 4 Hindu castes: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. The saints inspired people to break shackles and attain freedom. Shackles means anything that restrains freedom of expression or action. Ramdas Swami. Ramdas Swami preached the importance of physical fitness to the people. He gave practical education in good conduct through works like Dasbodh, Karuna Shataka, Manase Shlok. Formed Samartha Sampradaya with its center at Chaffal. Sampradaya means a sect. A sect is a group of people that has separated from a larger group and has a particular set of religious or political beliefs. Ramdas Swami preached devotion to Ram and Hanuman by undertaking travel across Maharashtra. The lesson ends here, my dear children. Goodbye. Stay home, stay safe.